Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Friday. My name is Terrence Duncan. Thank you for spending time and thank you for being here on the show today. On this show, we have an interesting guest. We have Lars from Takamaka. Now, we are going to be discussing about the project itself and where it's going and the future of Takamaka in the coming months and years. And before we do that, before we get into the show, just a little housekeeping from my side. For all of you who are tuning in and who are new to the show, just a quick note. We are streaming from all the platforms, all the social media platforms that we're on. So via Facebook, via Twitter, even LinkedIn, and even on our main site, you can see that TV icon, the VCTV icon. So go ahead, click that. That's LATOKEN.com. And you can learn more about Takamaka. You can learn more about LATOKEN and what we do and some of the shows that we have. So, having said that, having put that aside, let's dive into today's show. So on today's Crypto Friday, again, I would like to welcome Lars. Lars, welcome to the show. Quickly introduce yourself, Lars, and we'll get on straight away.
Thank you, Terence. Thank you, everybody, for having invited me here. So, little introduction about myself. I am a lawyer, so I don't know how many lawyers you had in these shows in the past. And I am a member of the advisory board of Takamaka. Why a lawyer? Because let's say that I am a very special lawyer. I'm working in the blockchain scene since 5 years now. I have done a lot of projects in the past, and I not only look about the legal and the regulatory environment of the project where I work for, but also a lot about the strategy, the business, and I am specialized a lot in token economics. So that's why I enter in the team of Takamaka, which is a new blockchain. It's a blockchain, like there is many, which the particularity of Takamaka is that a blockchain which can be programmed through Java language. So it's let's say easy for a developer to work with a blockchain where he knows a little bit the program language and he has not to learn it from scratch. So when we start to discuss with Takamaka, we look how we can create something which can be used in the business, in which businesses can be used, and which are the business cases where we really see an opportunity for this blockchain. And that's what I wanted to present to you during the show.
Yeah, great. That's great, Lars. And again, welcome to the show. I'm sure everyone out there in the audience, for those of you who are listening to us and watching the show, if you would like to participate, ask a question, you can do that because this is currently a live show. You won't be able to, obviously, during the recordings. So take this chance, ask your questions. Our team at the back end will kind of flash it out if it's relevant to the show. Now, again, Lars, thank you. When discussing Takamaka, I think it's kind of important to give sort of like an overview of Takamaka. So let's start from the basics. What is Takamaka all about? And some of the key features that the project brings to the community.
Yeah. So as I was telling you, Takamaka is a blockchain and there are a lot of blockchain in the market. So what makes particular this blockchain? It's a blockchain which we designed really to have an activity within the economy, within the industry. The idea is to have a blockchain where we can transfer data and we can transfer a value very, very easily and in a very secure way. So that's why the first things that we had in discussion with Takamaka and that we started was to say, if we want customer, if you want the industry, if you want companies using a blockchain to transfer data and to automatize the process, and we want them not only to transfer the data, but also to transfer value, so money, we need to have a stable coin. Now, we know that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other crypto are very good for transferring value, but the problem of this crypto is they are too volatile. I mean, in the industries, you need to have a stable coin to transfer value. So if you want to do a stable coin, you need also to have an authorization. You know, the many stable coins that they are now in the market are authorized, especially the dollar from the SEC. Now, Takamaka is born in Switzerland. It's a Swiss entity which is managing and creating the blockchain. So the first things for a non-technical part that we discussed and we did was to say, okay, if we want to create a stable coin, so a coin which can transfer the value of the blockchain, we need an authorization. And that's what we did. We sent the application in order to receive the authorization and to have a stable coin which can be used together with the data, the blockchain for the transfer of the data. So Takamaka will at the end have two sort of token. One token is the token which we could call him gas if you want, so that everybody understand, which is the token which will be used to transfer the data within the blockchain, which can be used to be stored in the node to also receive some staking rewards in order to run the blockchain. And one token, which is the stable coin, which will be used to transfer the value inside the blockchain. So the gas and the stable coin. Why two token? Because we have seen in the market, the stable coin arrived because there was a request about this stable coin. And now with this blockchain, since the stable coin will be authorized, so it will be a stable coin which is subject to supervision, then we can really convince company, industries to use the blockchain to automatize the process and to not only transfer data, but to transfer also value related to this data. And that is the business case that we are building within Takamaka.
I see. That's actually quite interesting. And looking at that business case itself, now give us a bit of a timeline, sort of like the past, present, and the future. So we are more focused on the present and the future. Let's talk about a little bit of growth and what are you expecting in this entire timeline?
Yeah. Right now, Takamaka is developing some of the first business case that we will apply in the market. I will say the one which interests me the most is a business case which is related to social network. Think about it. Every time that you are in the social network and you do an action in the social network, your avatar is doing something. You are creating a value, but you're not paid for it. And within Takamaka, we are developing a solution where we can give a value to your social network actions. So we have created an algorithm which will recognize, as an example, if someone is giving a like to a LATOKEN post. You post something, let's say on Twitter, and you have one of your users which give you a like, because or forward the post that you have done, it will do a reforward. So this person is generating to you a value because he's giving your message is giving it will be more readable within the social network, and you want to remunerate your community because of this support. Now, if I do a like today, I would not get nothing. With Takamaka, we have this algorithm, and if you apply for it, once that you do a like or you do a forward, you will automatically receive a message which will allow you to download a wallet and to receive a coupon, even a token from the entity which issued the first message. So now, maybe with LATOKEN, I don't have a good example, but let's say a burger shop. We don't do the names. And the burger shops make a marketing campaign by saying, oh, we have the new burgers, and come and try our new burgers. And if you put a like on this post, then you receive the wallet, and that is just the one-time action that you have to do to open the wallet, but it's all automatized, a perfect UX. And you will see in the wallet the token of the burger. And you can go to the burger shop and purchase your burger with this token that you have just received because you have given a like to the post of the burger shop. And of course, you can apply this example to a lot of businesses, a lot of shops. And you see, that is where Takamaka come in play. The blockchain is very easy, you can really do a lot of programming with this blockchain, and the transactions are not so, the cost is reduced, of course, even if it is decentralized, because we have nodes and everybody can have his own nodes and everybody can stake the token and everybody can participate to the governance of the blockchain. But what we can do is really make the normal industry, which are not crypto industry right now, participate and use the ability of automatizing some processes in order to obtain very, very easily a value, in this case, a voucher, that can be used for marketing purposes for acquiring a burger. That is an example, but there are plenty. Another business case that we have is concern the energy meters. So if you use energy, you have to pay for the energy you consume. And normally what's happened, you have a man which has to go to the energy meters and control how much energy you have used during the months. And then you receive the bill and you have to pay the bill. Now, with Takamaka, we are creating an automatized process where we have an oracle which will read the meters, and through the stable coin, we give the user, the consumers, the ability of paying directly without any intervention, if you want, the bill which is arrived. So what's happened? The oracle will read the electric energy meters, will see how many energy you consume, you will receive the bill, and you will pay the bill automatically through the stable coin without any intervention. You have just to say okay, I recognize that I have to pay the energy, so I set up the system by saying I purchase the stable coin for paying my bills also in the future, and then every month you have automatically a payment which is done. And that is done really in automatized ways without expenses, because you don't need anymore the man which is going to read the meters and create the bill and sending you the bills. And that, of course, is reducing the cost for the energy company.
I see. And talking about the traditional retail businesses as well, where is the current adoption? Are you seeing the growth that you want to see? And how is it that for, like, say, a business out there, how would they then approach you and kind of partner with you to get on board? Yeah.
You see, you know that there are a lot of blockchain out on the market, a lot of wallet, a lot of projects. So, of course, if we want to compete, we don't want to compete with this project directly. Our idea is really to come with an application which is useful, where people can really obtain a benefits out of it. And with this, we will then introduce new services into the application. So coming back again at the idea of this brand wallet. So if we get great brands which are interested in remunerate people which are giving a social action for their brand, so a like, a forward, even a comment on my post, so I'm generating revenues to the person, to my clients which support my brand, then these clients will have the Takamaka wallet, and they will start to use the brand token to purchase the burger, or the brand token to purchase a beverage, or the brand token to go into a museum, a fitness center. There are plenty of e-commerce, of commerce, of traditional commerce, who would then who could use this solution to increase their business. And once we have all these people having the wallet, then you see that we have access to what? the user, to the consumer, and we can promote other services. Of course, one of these will be the stable coin, because if you have, let's say that you will receive for free the token of the brands, and you want to purchase a good or a service with this token, and probably this token is giving you just a discount. You cannot purchase the token, the service of the good only with the tokens. That will be a decision of the brand to decide how many tokens they want to put in the market for the marketing campaign that they want to use. But normally we don't expect that you can purchase the good just with the brand token. Then you will give them the opportunity to purchase also the stable coin, so that you can purchase then the token just with one click. So in a very, very easy and simple way. So for us, the user experience is, I would say, a little bit the mantra. It must be a very, very, very good user experience, where the people with just a few clicks, they receive a value, which is the voucher for the brands that are participating to the marketing campaign, and with one click they can use this voucher together with the stable coin and purchasing the goods or the services. And of course, anytime that these operations are done, there is a transaction, and every time that there is a transaction, there is a teeny part of cost which is paid to the node, and all the person which has the Takamaka token and are putting the token into the node will receive a remuneration, because they are doing the governance of the blockchain.
I see. Yeah, I think that's a great way to kind of look at the business itself. And for all of you who are still having some concerns, now an easy way is to actually go into their main website and really take a look there, because I think most of the explanations, the white paper, everything can be found there. So that's takamaka.io. Yeah, that's takamaka.io. Now, head on to takamaka.io or LATOKEN.com, and you can also see some show links down below. Now, most of the information can be seen there. And if you want to get involved with Takamaka, of course, the fastest way is to get through LATOKEN. They are on our exchange. So go ahead, learn more about them, look at them, and kind of contribute to the ecosystem. Last, I think on to the next question. Many of them would like to know what's the future like? What's the growth expansion plans? Is there any updates that you want to put out on the show?
Yes. As I told you at the beginning, Takamaka is a tech company, but it has also a financial heart, because we want to issue this stablecoin. If you want, I mean, we will compete with also stablecoin, and I'm thinking also at big names like DM, which is the token of Facebook, which once was called Libra. The idea is to do exactly the same thing. So a stablecoin which can be used through the blockchain in order to increase the facility of executing payment and the freedom of the user. Now, in order to do such a stablecoin, as you were able to see with the Libra example, where, I mean, they had a lot of issues with the regulatory entities and so on, and they had even to change the name. Now it's not called Libra anymore, it's called DM, because of, let's call it, the reputational discussion that we had around Libra, so they changed then the name. And now they are starting to issue DM in the United States. So from our part, we are doing the same. We are discussing with the regulator, and we will, at the end, I mean, we are starting with a very, very small authorization, which all of us, the project, to start to work in a sort of sandbox, if you want. So right now, we can work in this sandbox, and we can do some tests that are some tests with real client, where really we transfer the data and the money for their business case. But we will very, very soon file an instance to the Swiss financial regulator, FINMA, in order to obtain the fintech license. So with the fintech license, it's the middle step to become a bank. So with a fintech license, we will be able to accept money and issue the stable coin up to 100 million. And with 100 million, honestly, you can already do a lot of business, because you have to think we will have money coming in and money coming out. And we have a threshold of 100 million, and we can really do the in, out, in, out, in, out. Important is that we don't get too much in to be above 100 million. And once we will be above 100 million, that means that the business model is established. We will have a lot of use of the Takamaka token. Again, I mean, think about 100 millions where you do transaction of 100 millions a lot of times. You can imagine how many also fees are generating the Takamaka through because of the gas, even if it's a reduced gas. And that's again is good for the token holder, because they have put the token in the nodes and they receive the payment from their stake. And if we go above 100 million, then we will go for the banking license. And with the banking license, then there is no limits, and we can go. Increase the value of the stable coin as much as we can. So that is a little bit the plan. We have started with the sandbox legislation. So we play now. Right now, the limit is 1 million. We play this 1 million where we can use the 1 million to do the in and out. We are filing to get up to 100 millions, and once that we cover the 100 million, we go for the bank authorization with no limits.
Excellent. I hope that is on course. Talk to us a bit about some of the notable partnerships that you have, or even about to have. Is there any that you want to flesh out?
Look, I am not honestly the person which is working with a partnership, so I will not be updated about this part. Of course, I know that the team is discussing with different channels. Remember, as I was saying, it's Takamaka. It's a new kind of blockchain. It's working on Java, so there is, in my knowledge, there isn't any blockchain which is based on Java. So that's the first and only one. I made a mistake, but in my knowledge, there isn't any one. So it's something really, really new. So you cannot do a partnership with a member of the crypto scene which is working with Ethereum, because the blockchain are not speaking with another. So we are looking more with partnership with big brands, already know brands for the use of our solution for the marketing concept. So think a big brand which want then to use our solution to monetize their clients once they put a like on their social network. So I think this is our what really we want to do now. It's really to show it, to demonstrate that our solution it will generating a value to those brands, because it will add them to remunerate their client, and their client will then spend the token for their goods and services again. And we spend even more money, because they just receive a voucher and they want to use the voucher, but they have to pay the difference with real money. So it's a win-win situation for the brand and for the customer of the brand, and that's what we want. The partnership that we want to do is with those brands at the moment.
That's excellent, Lars. It actually sounds like a very robust platform on its own. And I think most of us out there kind of watching and tuning in as well would want to know a little bit about the current team. I think Mario is the CEO and founder as well. Could you talk us about the team and what type of background do they bring and hold to the business itself?
Yes. So we have, of course, the team is a tech team. And with one entrepreneur, which is Mario. So Mario is an entrepreneur, an Italian entrepreneur. He worked in a non-blockchain business for a long time, and he had, I would say, the open mindset to understand that when he saw blockchain the first time, that this is a technology which would really change the way the processes of all the business are done. So again, I mean, blockchain will really automatize a lot of processes. And that's why this concept is the idea to say, oh, here we have a technology which can really generate revenues, or better say, it can spare cost for a lot of processes within different industries. And he met them, Giovanni Antino, which is the CTO of the company, which is the tech guys, and he lead the team, which were able to create this blockchain based on Java. So again, what is the idea behind it? We want to have a blockchain easy to be used, a blockchain for industry cases, for the commerce. This is not a blockchain that need to have a proof of work because we want to be Bitcoin is not what we want to replace. Of course, we want to do something completely different. We want to go into the market of, the real life market, which is where we have a lot of companies which have processes, and they would need to, or they can spare a lot of cost by automatize these processes. So that's why Giovanni was able to build up this blockchain with Java, which is a problem which there are a lot of developers which are working with Java, and so they can really use it very, very fast and very, very easy within their environment, within the company they are working for. And honestly, they did a great job. When they arrived when I meet them, the blockchain was already there and was, working. I was amazed to see. They did an example with me. That's something that I was able to see only with Takamaka. They take a file. So think about it, a paper file, but even an audio file, a song or a movie, and they put it on Takamaka. Now, I'm used with Other Blockchain, and I'm using Other Blockchain in order to put the hash of a document in a blockchain in order to create a proof that this document has this content at this time. But I cannot see the document on the blockchain because I have only the hash. With Takamaka, you put the document, you put the music audio file, you put the video, and once you have put this document into the blockchain, the document is there forever. And everyone can read the document, hear the music, or see the video. So that's something, you see, special. It's something that in the other blockchain we don't have. And we are now really looking how we can use this particularity of the Takamata blockchain to create even more business cases.
I see. I think that's great, actually, and the way that things are developing and the speed that Takamaka is growing, it's definitely going to be a force within the industry. And for all of you who are just tuning in, unfortunately, you are at the tail end of the show. So be sure to view the recordings on our social networks. Now, you can find us on Twitter, YouTube, and even on our main site, LATOKEN.com. And again, if you want to know more about Takamaka and what they do, who's involved, read up about the project and get involved in the ecosystem, you can do that. In fact, do that right now via the links below and via LATOKEN.com as well. So I think since we're at the tail end of the show, I want to cover maybe a question that we have not asked on the show. Is there anything else that you want to put in to the audience currently listening or viewing at the moment?
Well, what can I say? I think if you are looking this show is because you are interested in blockchain and cryptocurrency, and you have understood that cryptocurrency and blockchain have really the means to change how we live our lives. Takamaka want to be part of this revolution. We really want to increase the automatization processes within different entities and to generate a better life for everybody. The end goal is this. We want to automatize, to digitalize the businesses, all kinds of businesses. And by doing so, of course, the user will have a benefit, but also Takamaka, because again, as more transactions are done on Takamaka, as more revenue there will be for the token holder, running the node, of course. So look at what we are doing. Follow us. If you have some idea how we can use our blockchain for your businesses, contact us. I think it will be a pleasure for us to understand what are your needs and to try and to find a new way to use Takamaka to accelerate even your business.
Right. And great. I think, Lars, that's a good way to end the show as well. And for all of you who are, again, watching and tuning us on this Crypto Friday chat, thank you. And goodbye for this time.